What up, everybody? Grom Trooper here, and yeah, we got some changes to discuss, so let's roll that intro and hop right into it. So as some of you will surely have observed at this point, it's been a hot minute since I put out a video, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, work has been absolutely insane, and as much as I love creating content and you know, making these videos, gotta prioritize my well-being ahead of that. So, you know, after the bills are paid, if I don't have any spoons left to, you know, go out and make a video, that's the reality of the situation. So that's problem number one. Let's see if I can get my beard out of my face. So the second thing is that I have not been in the best health physically. I was up and down for a while there, really, just with some really bad migraines and stuff like that. And then this past week I ended up in the hospital with an infection in my throat. And I can tell you that I would not recommend that to anyone. Hands down, definitely the worst pain I've ever been in my life. But doing better now through the glory of antibiotics. And I actually felt well enough to go out and ride today. And the third and largest factor in me not creating content is the fact that I am currently going through the process of liquidating my shop. So many of you know that I've been in that shop space for just about a decade at this point, working on motorcycles, building costumes, you know, all sorts of stuff. And about 8 months ago, the landlord, or sorry, about 8 months ago, the building was sold to new owners. And same property managers and all that stuff, just new owners for that property. And well, that gave me a little bit of worry at the time. I didn't pay as much of a passing concern to it because, again, I've been working with the property manager, who I just frequently refer to as my landlord down there. He's a super cool dude, and you know, we've been more than acquaintances but less than friends for over a decade at this point. He's really into cafe racer style motorcycles and always been very supportive of the work that I do down there, which is super cool. And I thought, well, you know, I'm still working with him, not a big deal. And then about, let's say, midway through July, was it? Anyways, within the past about month and a half, well, I received notice that my rent would be increasing at the renewal of my lease in end of January, start of February, which, you know, I expect, you know, building costs and taxes and all that stuff increasing, you know, your rent's going to go up a little bit. You know, add inflation into the mix there too, that always plays a factor in it. I was not prepared for the percentage to which my rent would be increasing, and I'm not going to disclose any of that information here, but I will say that the rent increase was significantly more than 50%, and looking at what I'm paying now out of pocket to keep that shop open and what I would be paying, it would unfortunately be cost detrimental and potentially financially impacting to my regular financial stability to keep that place open, which was a really hard conclusion to come to. You know, I've been there for 10 years, and I got a lot of stuff in there. I got a lot of memories associated with that shop, and I got a lot of time and money invested into the place. So, you know, that wasn't the most pleasant feeling. However, I've been forcing myself to look at it from a silver linings perspective, and it's actually gotten to the point where, despite the fact that, you know, for a brief time I felt wronged by the property owners, and, you know, very disappointed that I had invested all of this and they hadn't really cared that, you know, I'd been there for that long, and ultimately they're there to make money, and that's it. I've moved away from that feeling to now it is a very liberating feeling to be moving out of that shop, and I'll explain why. So I've been going through selling off large pieces of equipment. I sold the CNC plasma cutter already, I sold the milling machine already, and I think the only things really big remaining are my motorcycle frame equipment, which, I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell or not, the vacuum former, and the paint booth down at the shop. And I've been taking all of that money and using it to rapidly pay off any and all debts that I possibly can. And what that's going to allow me to do is that hopefully by this time next year I will have one source of debt left, and that will be my mortgage, and it will be an insignificant portion of my total cost of purchasing my house. My goal is within the next 2.5 years to have paid off my house, paid off all my vehicles, paid off any outstanding other debts that I have associated with other things, and be completely debt-free. And even just paying off some of those, combined with the fact that I'm not going to be paying for shop rent or shop utilities as I move out of the shop, is going to free me up financially to do some really interesting and exciting things like travel and do additional work to bikes that I've been putting off because, you know, fixing up a bike is a financial commitment. So it's going to free me up to do more creative things and be more flexible with the money that I'm bringing in, and ultimately get me much closer to financial freedom, in the sense where I won't have to work a 9-to-5 anymore. That's the end goal, and that is much closer in sight now as a result of sort of having my hand forced in this silver lining fate of having to liquidate my shop. So that being said, over the next couple of months I'm going to be moving the stuff that I'm keeping, which includes one of my lifts and you know, all my welding equipment and stuff like that. They're going to be moving into the game room in my house, the old garage that some of my very early videos were filmed in. So we'll be back there, and yeah, it's going to be a slightly different atmosphere, but very similar content. I think the big difference is you guys aren't going to see the ride to and from the shop anymore. But hopefully we'll have a lot more photography and videography related content. We'll have some additional gear reviews, and ultimately something that I'm excited the most for is some travel content. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to try to get videos out on a regular basis. Like I said, my health has been up and down, so it's not a guarantee that that's going to happen, but it's definitely something that's well within my goals of what I'm trying to do. So keep an eye out for some more videos as we go, and a slight change of pace and perhaps setting, but definitely still my same crazy ass shit that I always do on the channel. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them down in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.